Hi guys, welcome back on board to the Crypto Cruiser. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Polkadot. We're going to talk about what Polkadot is all about, what makes it unique. We're going to talk some fundamentals, of course, some chart analysis, dot compared to the dollar, and dot compared to the Bitcoin chart. Of course, we're going to talk some traditional markets such as S&P 500, potentially where we can all go. That's gonna be like a brief market look ahead, but tomorrow I'll give you a full segment. And let's just start with the Bitcoin chart, the godfather of all coins. And as I've told you, what I'm personally predicting is to actually go above 100,000 next week, potentially reach price of around 109,000, and then we're gonna have a correction, potentially even come back to its previous to this previous resistance line that we've tested in April and November of 2021, its previous all-time highs at price of around 64 and 69,000, and we had another test in the beginning of this year in March of 2024 at price of around 73,000. So potentially if we go to 80, 83, 84,000, maybe we're not going to drop all the way there, but at least to 86, 87,000. And then we're just going to consolidate for a few weeks. And then by the end of the year or early next one, by end of January, I can clearly, in my personal opinion, Bitcoin start gaining more momentum and start hitting price of above 120,000 and by end of January, February, and then I anticipate a huge correction. And perhaps a lot of people gonna think that's gonna be a bear market, but that's just gonna be a huge correction. We're gonna find the bottom, and then we're gonna have the continuation of the trend on the upside. I mean, if you've been following my channel, guys, I think I've been giving you quite a lot of good results. Almost all my chart analysis have come out right. From price of around 70,000, we've dropped all the way to 49,000, to the local top here at 65,000, to the drop to 52,000. I mean, pretty much everything. How did I know all that? Because S&P 500 was correcting from middle of July till till beginning of August, and we had an ABC correction on the downside, just a regular ABC correction, 10%. But that was just a correction while all these big YouTubers were calling for a bear market. I've told you that there's no reason for you to panic. I anticipate a huge bounce and a V-shaped recovery. I mean, if you don't believe me, guys, turn back some of my videos. Everything has been documented. And I think my very first video was a V-shaped recovery. And that's exactly what happened. We started testing its previous all-time high price of around 5,650. We dropped down. We tested this previous resistance line twice as resistance. We turned it into support, and then we had the continuation of the trend, and we reached price of above 6,000. Then I told you a pullback will be healthy. We pulled back to that previous local top at price of around 5,850. That's what happened, and now we found a support into this previous local top, and now we're gonna have the continuation of the trend. And I'm not gonna be surprised if next week we start hitting price of above 6,100. And of course, we formed a reverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern, a measure from the head to the bottom. The price target should be above 6,250, and potentially we can even go and test this resistance line. Of course, the traditional markets such as S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones Industrial, they're very much correlated with the crypto markets, with the Bitcoin in some and the altcoins. So my personal opinion, my prediction, of course, that's not a financial advice. Absolutely anything I'm saying in this video, it is not a financial advice. Before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research. So basically, what I'm personally thinking that next week we're heading for higher prices for Bitcoin and for the traditional markets. And as we can clearly see, the last few days have been absolutely nuts. And some of the altcoins started outperforming Bitcoin the way I've told you it will. And potentially Polkadot can be one of those coins. I mean, we almost hit $10 today. We went price of around 950. But yeah, let's just talk about some fundamentals and actually what Polkadot is all about, what makes it unique. Um, for me personally, Polkadot is a really valuable coin. It's completely decentralized. It's, I would say, one of the most secure, if not the most secure network out there. And what makes it so attractive and so valuable, in my personal opinion, is these four core components: the relay chain, Polkadot's heart, helping to create consensus, interoperability, and shared security across the network of different chains, parachains, independent chains that can have their own tokens and be optimized for specific use cases, parathreads similar to parachains but with flexible connectivity based on an economical pay-as-you-go model. Bridges allow parachains and parathreads to connect and communicate with external blockchains like Ethereum. So basically, all these combined together make that network, the Polkadot blockchain, absolutely impossible to crack. Of course, this is just my personal opinion. I think it's complete decentralization, it's security, and all these parachains. Makes it very, very, it's, in my personal opinion, attractive coin, an attractive blockchain. So at the time of, let's just talk about the market capitalization chart. At the time of recording this video, the market capitalization is around 13 billion and 200 million. So at all-time high, it was at around 52 billion. So in order, the circulating supply, the total supply is around 1 billion. Is around, yeah, 1 billion and 500 million around. So basically, in order for Polkadot to reach price of around $100, we need 150 billion market capitalization. Or even if we go to 120, that will be a price of around 170, even further than that. Is that possible? Well, we have to look at the history and what happened in the previous bull cycle in 2021. Uh, like coins like Dogecoin, BNB, Cardano, they went above 100 billion. And I think, my personal opinion, Polkadot is more valuable and is more valuable than at least Dogecoin and Binance, because Binance is not decentralized, it's not completely decentralized, and Dogecoin is just a meme coin. Of course, there's a lot of hype behind it, but if we're just strictly talking about fundamentals, I think Polkadot is up there with Solana and some of these and Ethereum as well. So I'm not saying we can reach this market capitalization, but what I'm trying to tell you guys, do diligence and make your own research. Of course, Polkadot has a more upside momentum, my personal opinion. So let's just talk about the charts and how this thing can potentially play out. So let's just look at this move. If history is any indicator, basically from January till middle of February, so that was a month and a half, we went from price of around $4.50 to 42. So we did 10x in a matter of a month and a half. Yeah, after that we didn't do much for years. But if something like that plays out and we go and test these previous all-time high prices between 45 and $55, and perhaps we consolidate or even correct a little bit for few months, perhaps few weeks or even few months, and that's how we're going to form the right shoulder and a left shoulder, and potentially we can form the reverse head and shoulders. But before that, what I'd really like to see is to actually take out this local top on 11th of March of 2024 at price of around $12. So today we almost reached $10. I'd like to see a little bit more upside momentum, potentially go to $13, $14, maybe consolidate a little bit, and then quickly snap to its previous all-time highs between $45 and $50. As I've said, consolidate, correct a little bit, form the right shoulder. That's how potentially we can form a huge reverse head and shoulders. And if we measure it from the head to the bottom and we break out of its previous all-time high price of around $55, and we have a full price discovery for Polkadot, we can potentially go prices of around of above 110, $120. Of course, this market capitalization will be absolutely huge, but Polkadot, it's a very unique, and it has a really strong fundamentals. If we look dot compared to the Bitcoin chart, is what it can potentially happen. We actually today, right now, we broke out of this huge falling wedge, and we can potentially go and start testing these prices. If we not go all the way there, at least to here, that'll be pretty much 10x from what it is now. So, and of course on Bitcoin chart, so that's on USD, that can be potentially 15x, multiply $8-9 right now. That'll be, yeah, around $120. Of course, this is another confirmation that we can potentially go there, but this is not a financial advice, guys. Before you do anything, do a diligence and make your own research. This thing can easily go to zero as well, like all coins, and they can all go to zero. So be level-headed, do your diligence and make your own research. But in my personal opinion, we are heading for higher prices for Polkadot, and let's see how exactly it's going to play out. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And if you want to subscribe to my Patreon and really support my work, that would be absolutely amazing. Just now, I posted another exclusive content with a very undervalued coin, and like 3 coins that are very undervalued in my personal opinion. Some of them 50x, 100x potential. Of course, with that subscription on Patreon, you get my 2 books, my crypto guidebook and my other book, The Art of Chart Analysis, over 70 pages filled with very useful information for this bull cycle, and basically how to become a sophisticated trader. And you can gain quite a lot of knowledge, in my personal opinion. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support, and we'll see each other later on. Goodbye.